that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm live.
Great.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so when did everything get started here tonight, and what was it called in initially as?
This afternoon on the 24th of December, around 4:26 p.m., the Joplin Police Department Emergency Communications Center received a call of a suicidal individual here at 1611 East Vandalia Street. Officers responded to the scene, and during the response, they encountered an individual outside the residence. During that encounter, there were shots fired. We do know that shots were fired by police officers, and so immediately following the shooting, officers rendered aid and were able to secure the scene and provide medical assistance till EMS arrived on scene, was able to transport the individual to a local hospital.
Okay, so shots were fired by both parties involved.
That's part of the ongoing investigation. I can confirm that I do know that police officers did discharge their weapons, so that'll be facts that we find out during the investigation.
So can you tell us who was rushed to a hospital? We know a 55-year-old male was rushed to a hospital.
So at this time, I can't release any names or identification information for the individual. I can confirm that we received information that he is deceased, and so as the investigation goes on and we make next of kin notifications, we'll make that information available.
So were any officers injured?
There were no police officers injured during the incident.
How many officers fired their weapon?
That's still something we're trying to exactly determine. This is just the initial information that we have right now, and that again, as we get that information, we'll be happy to share it.
Okay, so that must be 1611 over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that individual must have been still alive while he was receiving aid here and then passed away at the hospital.
That's the information we received.
Okay, I understand.
Is this someone that you're familiar with? Have you been called out of this residence before regarding mental health issues, perhaps?
I'm not personally aware, but again, and that is part of the investigation that they'll look at is history, and we'll try to determine if that's something that played a factor or not.
But just off the top of your head, nothing sounds familiar here.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
So what are we doing right now? I understand we've got vehicles here, tape up. Is there a perimeter set up or anything that you would like the public to be aware of?
Yeah, so we currently have the streets closed here on Vandalia Street, just west of St. Louis. And we also have McKee Street right here in the area that's blocked off right now as part of the crime scene investigation. We have reached out to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and they're here on scene assisting with the investigation as is protocol here at the Joplin Police Department.
So will they assist you with the investigation? Is it the DDCC that assists you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you still run the investigation, or you do it in conjunction with them?
We work in conjunction with the Highway Patrol.
Okay.
They're an outside
investigating
agency.
agency.
Do the investigation.
And they're already here, you said?
Yes, sir.
How late do you think you'll be out here until?
There's no telling. They'll, going through the investigative process, it just determines a number of different facts, the amount of evidence and information that they have to collect here on scene, and determine that.
Absolutely. Kind of looking at the bigger picture here, we know holidays can be difficult for folks. Anything you'd like to talk about in terms of mental health and the holidays this time of year to prevent these kind of incidents? Yeah,
absolutely. That this is a very unfortunate event, and our hearts go out to any of the family or friends, acquaintances, that they're involved with this individual. The holidays, we understand, can be a stressful time, and so there are tons of resources that are out there that if somebody's having a hard time, please reach out. The crisis lines, Ozark Center, call the police department. We'd love to help, and intervene before a situation escalates to something like this, because we do understand this trying times during the holidays.
And once again, I wanted to ask, so there's no threat to the public, even though people are going to see police lights and stuff out here tonight, right?
There's no threat to the public this time.
And an isolated incident, no neighbors were involved in this, even though it might have occurred outside?
Correct.
Okay.
Anything else you'd want the public to know at this time?
We'll continue to get information as it becomes available. We'll be sending out a press release shortly, and then again, as information continues to come in, we'll update the public as best as we can, and to try to keep them informed.
And when was the initial call?
The initial call was at 4:26 p.m.
4:26, and then when was the shooting occurring, you think?
Just shortly thereafter, after officers arrived on scene. I don't have the exact times.
All right, thank you.
I'm good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
That's Captain William Davis of the Joplin Police Department. I'm Shannon Becker, KOAM News Now. We're live here, St. Louis and Vandalia. You heard him there tell you live. The shooting happened just before 5 o'clock this evening, but we are waiting for that official information for Captain Davis to arrive. If you tap your screen, click that bit link right now. We've got that preliminary information for you that we'll update. So to give you an idea where we are here, you're going to see cones. This is St. Louis and Vandalia. The Royal Heights neighborhood. This direction here, that is Zora, that traffic signal you can see in the distance. Captain Davis told us a male, now deceased, in an officer-involved shooting. He could not tell us if the individual fired a weapon, but he did tell us at least one of his officers discharged a firearm. An adult male was transported to an area hospital where he later died. We can expect a press release coming up in a short period of time. You can rewind our live video if you like. Right now, if you could share this story, we'd appreciate it. Let others know Joplin News first. Keeping you up to date with what's happening where you live. I think I have some rain on my lens. Hold on a second. So McKee is closed in this area. Also Vandalia. Captain Davis believes that the officer-involved shooting happened shortly after their arrival during the 4 o'clock hour. I know myself personally, I was told that there was a suicidal subject here and they were talking with the officers. The officers were talking to the person, and then a short time later, I had an update that someone had been transported to a hospital. The Missouri State Highway Patrol investigators are here. As protocol, an officer-involved shooting with the Joplin Police Department, they will assist that investigation. Any officers who discharge their weapon are placed on leave for investigation. There is one of the Highway Patrol investigators there. A lot of the investigators have pickup trucks with the DDCC, the Division of Drugs and Crime Control. Vandalia, if you know your Royal Heights, generally Royal Heights, it goes in alphabetical order. Zora is the Z. Vandalia is very close, letter V. Once again, tap your screen, click that bit link. Crime scene tape surrounds this small residence and a vehicle in the driveway. As Captain Davis told us live, he believes the officers and the individual were outdoors when this occurred. And once again, you'll see these police lights here and barricades probably up for hours this evening as they investigate. There's no threat to the public, no danger. They do ask you to avoid the area. If you live in this immediate block, obviously you can walk up and talk to officers if you need to. Vandalia isn't really a big, busy street. Just a few blocks here to the west of it ends. Dead end. If you could share this, we'd appreciate it. Let others know. Joplin News First, keeping you up to date with what's happening where you live. Once again, officer-involved shooting occurred here during the 4 o'clock hour. At a residence in Royal Heights, 1611 Vandalia. We'll have more information